Kakarot has a new free update. It's a full-fledged collectible card battle game. You collect cards, build your own deck, and play against other players online in casual or ranked matches. This has to be the weirdest update I've ever seen in a Dragon Ball game, ever. Partially because it's actually really good. It's a solid card battle game, but also it's completely disconnected from the original game. You launch it from a completely different entry on the menu, and I'm pretty sure this is not what Kakarot fans were looking for. I kinda like it, but I also kinda don't. It's complicated. Let's talk about it. But before we get into it, this video is sponsored by Ridge Wallets. I've always hated having big bulky things filling up my pants pockets, and the Ridge Wallet has trained me to carry less stuff, but surprisingly always have what I need. Most wallets that people use nowadays were designed back in the 90s. Wallets have evolved, people, in both design and materials. They're now built from military-grade materials like titanium or carbon fiber, and because of that, all Ridge Wallets come with a lifetime warranty. It's one wallet for life. Ridge will even let you take the wallet out for a spin for 45 days, and you can return it for free during that time if you don't like it. Shipping is also free, and if that wasn't enough, if you use code Globku10 at checkout, you'll also get a 10% discount. Thank you, Ridge, for sponsoring this video. Also, if you'd like to watch me live, I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, link down below. So first things first, this video took a lot longer to record than I was expecting because when this update came out, their servers were completely shot, and it's one of those games that you must be online to play. You must be online to do anything, in fact. It's a separate entry on the main menu, and you can't even access it if the servers aren't live. And because the servers were super wonky, I got disconnected multiple times during the tutorial, and even while building a deck. I don't really get why the game must always be online when it could just ping the server whenever needed. If you get a new card, ping the server, update the player profile in the Dragon Ball servers. If I'm playing online, sure, use the server, but do we really need it to build a deck? Not gonna lie, it's a bit frustrating to spend a lot of time building a deck just to lose it all because of a server disconnect. But those problems seem to have mostly gone away today, so I was able to finally understand this new game mode, play it, and tell you guys about it. Real quick, the gameplay has a lot of rules and intricacies that you need to pay attention to. Most cards you have are characters. They each have an attack and health value when you play them. These cards can be used to attack other cards or the opponent directly. Reducing your opponent's health to 0 is the main goal of this game. The other cards you have are events. They buff your characters, attack the opponents, or summon other cards for the most part. On the bottom left, you'll see your energy. You start with only one energy, but as the turns progress, you're able to summon more and more powerful cards. So far, so good. It's a simple collectible card game. We've seen these rules in many other of the same genre. Then we get into some more advanced mechanics, like, for instance, when you don't spend your energy, it is stored in a bank. You can then break your bank once per match to add that energy to your current energy for a single turn, making a really powerful play. Your cards also have 4 different colored symbols, and when a character dies, that symbol is stored. Certain cards will then make use of those symbols for extra special effects. I'm not gonna spend too long explaining all the intricacies of the game because it's fun to get familiarized with them as you play. But what I'll say is that it seems incredibly well thought out. And even though I don't really see the appeal of a Dragon Ball card game, simply because I don't think that's the best use of the property. When you think Dragon Ball, you don't think cards, right? It's something that's been done countless times already. There are many collectible and trading card Dragon Ball games, and it's been done to relative success, so good on them for trying to capitalize on that and not half-assing it, that there was actually some effort put into this. It does come with the usual card game downsides. For instance, to get new cards, you have to draw from random card packs, for which there are 6 different types of currency already. One of them, I believe you'll be able to buy with real money. I mean, platinum coins. You can't access the content yet. What do you think that is? Platinum coins immediately will make this game pay to win. You'll get better cards, you'll get cards that your opponent is not familiar with, and you know, there's some balance, but more cards give you more options to build better decks. So like many other collectible card games out there in the market, pay to win. It's happened countless times already, and it's frustrating to see that this genre is unable to evolve past this hurdle. And this is the only way to get new cards. As I've mentioned, this game mode isn't tied to the original Kakarot game at all. It's a whole separate menu entry, which is exactly what starts to make the whole thing seem a bit weird. When they first announced it, I was like, oh, they're gonna add the cards to the main game. You're gonna be able to fly around and collect them through in-game challenges or whatever. No, it's like a whole separate game. It works as its own thing, but you need to buy Dragon Ball Z Kakarot to play it? Doesn't really make sense to me. Besides, the fact that it is a part of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, if anything, is holding the card game back. Because to navigate it, they're using Kakarot's menus, which means Kakarot's loading screens, and oh my god, it takes so long to do anything in this game. There's a whole mission menu menu to give you bonus currency when you meet certain objectives. And every time you enter or leave it, you're met by a long loading period. It makes the menus feel incredibly sluggish for seemingly no reason. Overall, I don't think anyone who has bought Kakarot can really complain about this update. It's an extremely well made and thought out collectible card game that is absolutely free. So if you have Kakarot and you like the card game, this is a dream come true, minus the pay to win stuff. If you don't like the card game, free update doesn't even get in the way. It's a whole separate menu entry. You can still play Kakarot without even interacting with it. But I really wonder how many people bought Kakarot and were really looking forward to a collectible card game. The number has to be incredibly small. And guess what? I got my answer as soon as I jumped into some matches. Dragon Ball fans are babies. You think people rage quit in fighters because they don't want to lose? Oh my god. You'll be very lucky if you manage to finish half of your matches. Give this power-hungry fan base who thinks willpower can win everything in a competitive card game, and give them enough time to look at their cards on the table, the health they have left, and the cards on their own hand, letting them slowly realize that they're absolutely screwed. And there's no possible way they can win this, because they just played cards like a dumbass. Do you think they'll go, yeah, GG man, I made a mistake, I should do better next time? Absolutely not. The typical Dragon Ball fan will go, that was so unlucky, these cards suck, this game's pay to win. It's not pay to win yet, by the way, the currency is not live. No way I'm losing this BS game, rage quit. I mean, I don't know why I expected anything different. Anyway, it's an excellent update, fully competent, but perhaps it would have been better as its own separate thing. Were they too scared to release a free-to-play card game? I mean, the microtransactions would certainly be easier to swallow that way. It still wouldn't be ideal, but that's how most card games do it anyway. Currently, to play the card game, you have to buy Kakarot. Even if you don't want to buy Kakarot and you're only interested in the card game, making this a $60 game, right? That's gonna lower the player base significantly, and I don't think most Kakarot fans will want to play this. They're all waiting for DLC Part 2. I mean, right now they're checking it out. The matchmaking times are 3 seconds was the most time that I waited for a match. But that's because everyone's checking out the new game mode. I don't think a lot of people are gonna stay here. Release this card game as a separate game, you cowards. Don't make people buy Kakarot if they just want to play cards. The player base is a bunch of babies anyway who can't take a loss. But yeah, that's what makes this the weirdest update I've ever seen in a Dragon Ball game. But if you've tried it out, I'd love to hear what you guys think of it in the comments down below. Special thanks to today's sponsor Ridge, code Globku10 for 10% discount. And also don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Links for all of that down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku and I'll see you next time. Boy.